Hey, this is Jeff with TechZulu with Stephen Forte for Bytes by MSDN. How you doing today?
I'm doing very well.
All right, so we've got a couple quick questions for you to answer to see a little fun summer action. What is the coolest technology you've come across lately?
I think the coolest technology I came across lately is .NET RIA services, the ability to serialize objects down and really do business applications in Silverlight and ASP.NET in a seamless fashion.
What are the top 3 to 5 things to point people at this summer besides what you just said?
Well, I'd also have them look at Oslo, especially the DSL capabilities of Oslo. You have the ability to take data and transform it into the M-graph and other M-language technologies. It's a fascinating piece of technology. I also look at the stack that Microsoft has, the web installer stack. It's a very convenient way to get all your web features, all the out-of-band things that Microsoft releases, like the MVC framework, onto your computer in a very easy format.
Who do you look for updates on technology?
I look for someone that might not have been mentioned before. His name is Roger Jennings, and Roger Jennings has been around a really long time and runs a blog. I think it's oakleaf.blogspot.com. So not only does he link to other people's blogs, and anytime he links to my blog, which is not that interesting, but anytime I write something fairly interesting, my blog numbers go through the roof that particular day. So he has an amazing readership as well.
What's your blog URL?
My blog URL is stephenforte.net.
What is on your summer must-read, see, or listen list?
Well, I have a few things. One is a podcast that I listen to called The Entrepreneurial Thought Leaders, produced by Stanford University. It's edcorner.stanford.edu. And they have technical entrepreneurials come on every week and talk about the process of building their company, both from the entrepreneurial standpoint and the technical challenges that they face. So that is always on my must-read list. And another book that I'm looking at is by John Flanders called Restful.net. I think that with the Web 2.0, you mentioned Twitter, Facebook, all these social media applications, they all expose their interfaces in a RESTful API. And I think that's a book that folks should look at, or books like that for the .NET framework, because REST is becoming more and more important. And on a non-technical front, I'm looking forward to reading a book by Ron Darling called The Complete Game. He's an ex-pitcher. He hasn't pitched in about 10 or 15 years in Major League Baseball, and talks about leading teams as a starting pitcher.
How do you get your tech? Are you more podcast, videos, or blogs, or books?
I'm a reader. I'm an academic. When I was in college, I wanted to get a PhD in history. Don't ask me how I wound up in technology. So I'm a reader. So I read tons of books, but I also listen to podcasts because I'm also an avid, I might not look it, but I work out a lot, and I'm always at the gym, and it's really boring just kind of running in a circle on a treadmill or something. So I listen to podcasts. So I subscribe to podcasts, and I read books on airplanes. I travel a lot. So those are my 2 main sources. And then I go through the blogs. I subscribe to as many blogs that I find useful. If I read or get pointed to a useful blog, I'll subscribe to it.
All right, so tell me about doing 11 sessions at TechEd. Wait, no, hold on. 11 sessions, 4 breakouts, plus 6 panels.
Well, no, it's all together. It's 11 sessions.
Okay.
It's a combination of panels and learning, technical learning centers. So I was told, well, let's take a step back. In Barcelona last year at TechEd Europe, I did 10 sessions, and they told me that was the record. They don't know it's the record. They think it's the record because no one's been crazy enough to do more than 4 or 5. So then somehow I got to do 11 sessions, plus interviews with you, and I'm I'm judging Speaker Idol. The great thing about it is all speakers are nervous. We all want to get high scores. We want to get, be the best person on our track. So what happens is speakers sit in the speaker room and they stress out and they work really, really hard. They tweak their slides last minute, they tweak their demos last minute, and then they break on stage. And I have no time for that. I have no time to tweak my slides, tweak my demos. So I just look at my pocket PC, my phone, I say, where am I supposed to be? Which session am I talking about? And I just get on stage and do it. I have no time to be nervous. So I think it makes me more relaxed. And I have no time to tweak my sessions beforehand. So I think it's working pretty well. I speak at a lot of conferences during the year. Right. So my demos are always evolving. And so what I do is I have a core set of maybe 10 or 15 demos, and I'm always tweaking them, always changing them, usually based on feedback from attendees, either something they've asked me at the end of a session, or an email, or maybe a comment on an evaluation form. So I have the sessions, I set it up with virtual PC, because that's the easiest way to do it. I even have a funny story. I was keynoting in India about 2 weeks ago in Bangalore, and my computer died. and
Nice.
it could not project to the projector. So I borrowed someone's machine from the audience, plugged in my external drive, and ran it off their virtual PC.
Nice.
And then I had 2 more sessions that day, and I walked in not knowing how I'd actually do the session, just hoping someone would lend me their laptop. So virtual PC is pretty much the way to go when you're doing types of presentations. You can bring them to the user groups and do it all, and as well as tech eds and everywhere else.
So all the technologies that you do, which one is your most passionate about? Like, which one do you have the most passion?
Well, I'm most passionate about data. That doesn't mean I'm most passionate about any one particular thing in the data world. Like, I'm not most passionate about SQL Server versus this, but I'm passionate about data. I grew up with data, meaning, I started off my early career with data. I worked with Wall Street with data sets that were just monstrous, and I'm fascinated about things people can do with data. And if I had to say I'm very passionate about one thing, I'd say starting business intelligence, because we're now moving to the world where 10 years ago we collected data. Now collection of data is easy. We have automated ways of doing it. We have APIs to do it. Now we're moving that we have all these data sitting places. Now we can
of data.
Exactly. We can start doing things with that data and making decisions.
It literally makes the world go round.
You're absolutely correct.
Well, thank you so much. This is Jeff Emery with TechZulu reporting for Bytes by MSDN.